Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
We've got another update for you on the protester situation at Columbia. We've been watching it closely.
Yeah.
The protesters, terrorists, whatever you want to call them, broke into one of the dean's
office
building.
Yeah.
Holding them hostage. Not hostage, but they're just, creating havoc. And
it's like breaking and entering, right? They broke through glass.
Yeah.
And so, Columbia's starting to...
So Columbia shut everything down except for emergency personnel like cafeteria, police, fire, campus fire.
I mean, I hope they follow through with that. I hope
they
expel those kids.
Got their wishes. They
get them out of
there.
Veered
them out of this.
Yeah, let them go to school at, Duck Pond U or someplace. Who knows? Whatever. It's just crazy.
The alumni is going to dry up that funds that they give to Columbia for their endowment. That's going to dry up. Anyways, we're watching it, so we'll keep giving you the daily update. So the White House is signaling through recent behavior their pessimism about re-election. At least that's what we think it is. The Biden-Harris Idiocracy has introduced over a dozen new executive orders. Many are likely to impact the nation in the future. These policies are pushed through now instead of later in the year because Congress has 60 days to reverse rules newly established by federal agencies with a simple majority, right? So they're pushing it through now rather than at the lame duck end. If there is a red wave, the Biden edicts adopted during the lame duck session would most likely disappear. Trump employed this tool against Obama, and Biden returned the favor to Trump.
Yep.
So here's our list of...
Again, what do we say? Elections have,
consequences,
right?
Yeah. We've got 10 million new people in this United States because of those consequences.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows if that's even a good number. That number may be lean.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So here's the list. We're going to go down them and comment a little bit about them. New FTC rules these are executive orders. New FTC rules that ban non-compete agreements.
I hate non-compete agreements. I remember working for a company that when they let somebody go or somebody quit,
they
had a non-compete clause, which, that to me is kind of cowardice. If you can't stand on your own and one or two employees mean that much to you, why don't you just make it worth their while to stay?
Damn, yeah.
Make it worth their while to stay.
Keep that talent.
Exactly. But telling them that they can't compete against you, that's, and in a sales environment,
overreach.
That is just
overreach.
Cowardice.
Okay, next one, a rewrite of Title IX, bringing back kangaroo courts that will hurt women, not help them. Do you remember that lady that took her mattress all around campus to, I guess, make a statement that she was raped when it turned out she wasn't? Remember that?
I do not remember
that. Was like
a
long time ago. I was in Kansas at that time.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was a 5 or 6. Yeah, she's trying to make a point, but then it was debunked. So, these were kangaroo courts. They weren't like regular courts where it's a criminal. And usually they slanted against the boy or the man and out of the university because
what was that one school? Was that Duke lacrosse team?
Yeah.
They were after... They got after those guys, and it turned out to be a big joke. I mean, not a joke, but it was falsely accused, right?
Right.
And there have been several of those, so I don't know.
Okay, the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, charges of racism against a company because they avoided hiring criminals. Why does racism play a part in criminality, right?
What? Yeah.
A criminal is a criminal not because of his skin color, but the character content or lack thereof that he has.
Right? You're convicted of a crime, you lose rights.
Yeah.
We talked about that a while back. Gun rights, right? Voting rights. You lose those depending on the crime, right?
And gun and voting rights.
Yeah.
Well, why would the EEOC, why would this be an edict that they're trying to push down? I don't know. All right. More federal help on student loans. Student protesters will go to the front of the line for loan forgiveness? I don't know. But they're pushing stuff through, with the student debt, the workarounds, right? FTC, this is the second time I've heard of the FTC, preventing the merger of two luxury goods makers. Who the heck cares?
Yeah. Capitalism.
People don't buy Lux for the price; they buy it for the image, right?
Right.
What is the government
And hopefully the quality, but it is. Yeah, let them do what they got to do.
Oh my gosh! New overtime rules. Really? Do we need to mess with long-standing labor laws? I mean,
leave them alone.
How can you tweak them any more than they're tweaked? I don't know.
Leave it alone.
New regulations detailing airline refunds. Now, I'm kind of for this. Instant cash refunds on a delayed flight rather than a voucher or something. Well, you can use this towards credit for that, or better disclosure of the baggage fees.
Yeah, because now you got to still fly with that airline, right? They give you a voucher. You got to use that with that airline
within a year.
And maybe you're not happy with that airline. So it's kind of locked in.
Yeah.
I kind of tend to that. Give them a credit back and let them spend their money how they want to spend it.
Yeah. So new decision restricting drilling in Alaska's National Petroleum Reserve. Continuation of the war on energy. Really? You want gas prices to keep going up?
Well, I'm sure they do. Because Joe Biden, he doesn't care what he pays for fuel. Yeah, these guys, because they were drilling, right?
Yeah.
Anwar, right? Isn't that Anwar? Is that where that is up there in
Anwar? No, I don't know.
I thought Anwar isn't that
Anwar Sadat? He was the president.
No, what the heck is that place called up there? I thought it was Anwar. Anyway,
confusing Egypt with Alaska.
No. I can
point
both of those places on the map. I'm good. I may not be able to find Lebanon, but I can find Alaska and Egypt. Anyway, it's an area up in Alaska where they were drilling, and Obama shut it down, and Trump started drilling again, and then Biden stopped it. I don't know. Let us know in the comments if I'm off my rocker about that. But anyway, just that, not everything else, just that. So
again, FTC blocking hospital group mergers. Oh.
Why?
When you merge, isn't there some synergy on cost efficiencies?
There can be. I mean, there needs to be.
Not always, but can
Cost
be.
of a hospital stay these days is crazy.
But I mean, there's so many hospitals. This group, is that like Kaiser versus Blue Cross, Blue Shield, or whatever hospital groups are out there?
I know up in Utah, it's Intermountain, right? Intermountain West.
Yeah, Intermountain. Yeah,
they got that thing wrapped up there, and they're good. That's a good facility. So.
Well, they're obviously doing something right. If other hospitals aren't
haven't
moving
moved in, yeah.
I mean, why block the mergers? I don't know.
Right now, there's a good no compete clause, right? If you're providing a good service, it's all based on service. It's all based on service.
A little circular there.
Yeah. So it's not that there isn't a good competition once in a while, but if you're providing good service,
people are going to keep going.
Exactly, they're going to go there.
Right. They'll speak with their money. New power plant emissions rules. Haven't we beat this horse and we're just switching hands and beating the horse the other hand? It's an appeasement of the climate hoaxers. That's what it is.
I want to put some emission rules. Go to India. Go to China.
Yeah, India and China.
Russia.
For reals.
Go there.
Reals.
Put them on some kind of emission rule.
Quit vexing us and go after them, man. All right, putting a hold and a ban on menthol cigarettes. This is, I think, to appease certain voter blocks. Certain voter blocks, they like menthol cigarettes, and so they're like, oh, we're not going to ban that, but we'll ban the rest of them.
Yeah,
really? A revamp of school lunch mandates, reducing sugar and salt. Kind of makes sense. Shirley and I were talking last night about Cameron. Cameron is, well, you've seen Cameron in the background. He's stout. He's
active. He's active and he's stout.
Yeah. And one of his medical after visit summaries said overweight. And man, he doesn't have an ounce of fat on him.
He's just a little kid. Was he 4 years old?
Yeah,
5 years old?
Doesn't have an ounce of fat. He's strong as a horse, though.
And he's active. It's not like he's sitting on his fanny playing video games and eating bonbons. He's out playing
TV like me.
You've seen him out here. He's doing gardening and throwing his balls around and stuff. Leave
the
kid alone.
Word. But I think reducing the sugar that can have positive effects because, as you can see, the sugar, does something to girth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Everything in moderation, right?
Right. Are these sensible policies that they're doing? Or mostly sensible? Or are these appeasement for the progressive left? Leave us your comments. Tell us what you think, right? Some decisions like student loan debt forgiveness or the menthol bans, that's designed to appease the certain voter blocks. But appending long-standing employment laws, what's that about? Why not give a free burial plot to the dead to make sure that they vote for you, right? Are they so confident the dead's going to vote for them? Give us a plot, and I'll vote for you.
We've talked about it on this show a lot. The lack and the loss of our freedoms, just freedoms that we kind of take for granted.
Overreach.
I was at my plumbing supply house the other day talking with a guy that I've known for years. And he was telling me that they insurance companies are going to start requiring excessive water flow shutoff valves on homes to prevent flooding, which I think is a great idea, but it's a valve that has to track, or it has to
has a little sensor to track the flow, right?
Exactly.
It has to be changed out.
Well, it checks your usage, so it takes about a week or so to program it. So you don't go away on vacation and come back and take a shower, and you haven't taken a shower for a week because you haven't been here, and it shuts your water off. So there's a program to it, which I think is a great idea, but it's just, it's one of those things. Shut your water off before you go on vacation.
Yeah, that's
use a little common sense.
Think about that,
and
but that's a good idea.
Yeah. And I know they have excessive flows for gas lines, which I think is a great idea too. If a gas line blows off in your house, shuts the gas off right away. Those are great things. But some of these things I think we need to, and not those two in particular, but we need to start using our noodle, our brains that God gave us to work these things out and figure these things out, right?
No, we've got elites to do that. Elites will do that for us. They'll take away our land and give us our housing, pack us into a dense area,
like
take away our transportation.
Whether you smoke regular cigarettes or menthol cigarettes, we've had enough information out there that we know that it's not good for you, right? Generally speaking, it's not good for you. I know there's somebody out there that's 125 years old and they smoke their Camels every day.
George Burns, remember the cigar?
Cigar. Yeah. And are drinking their wine or their bourbon or whatever. More power to them. But for the most part, it doesn't work out. But so let us process that ourselves. Why don't we need government to do that? What do you call that? You use that word all the time. Government outreach.
Overreach.
Overreach, yeah.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir right here, man.
Yeah.
Talk to them.
So it just needs to be, we need to have less of that kind of stuff. And pretty soon it's going to be easier or nicer to live someplace else than the United States. And I don't say that lightly.
Costa Rica.
Yeah.
A nice climate.
Dominican Republic.
Dominican. They're not so much third world down in Dominican. That's nice. Better than Mexico.
Yeah, and they, I think they're conservatively run places, right? So
well, I looked into it. Kirsty nixed it, but I looked into it. Yeah. All right, thanks, folks. We appreciate you joining us. Leave your comments. Subscribe if you likey.
Yeah, have a good day. Thank you.